Okay, welcome yogis to Yoga Lad YouTube channel. Today I'm with the legend Brad Hay. Hey Brad, how you doing?
Joey, good mate.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to get a surf session in with you this morning.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's good.
That was good. Brad got about 20 waves, I got about 3, so I'm getting better. It's good. Before we get started, can you do this? Can you finger snap?
No.
Oh, nobody else can do it yet.
How about like that?
That works. That's cool.
That's
like
fine. A hurry up thing. Really.
That's fine. Okay.
It's best like that.
So today we're talking about Ayurveda, Tantra, and yoga, and how it's really a threefold path. I think people often put these into separate columns, but they actually sort of intertwine and all working really well together. And I'm still getting my head around all of that. Brad's been teaching that and practicing that and embodying that and living that for the last 20 years.
20 years this year, the anniversary I got reminded of.
Yeah, exactly. So 20 years in March you've been, since you did your first teacher training, which is pretty incredible. And basically, how do these things start to work together?
Yeah, it's a good question, Joey. That's sort of, it's really the base in the very first lecture I do in most of my trainings, and I do a weekend workshop around it. And
cool.
The first thing is now is what I call the 3 sacred rivers, and it is these, you know, specifically, distinctly different systems that all support one another to create this mind, body, spirit, comprehensive, integrated system. So they each just hone in on a relatively different aspect of our lives and our being.
Yep.
You know, and like you said, we break it up. I teach the columns, and then I say throw the columns away. Know what the columns are. Learn to play your scales, and then really you've got to incorporate all of these teachings in together. Because at any given time, you may need a different one of those teachings. Yeah,
you maybe need to draw something from different parts, what's going to be working for you rightly in that point of time, or whatever scenario that's playing out in your life at that time.
That's right, and it is, you know, initially and traditionally it was taught as, and it still is, and it's becoming more so that way now, as a systematic approach to healing. We don't just go from where I am now to the heightened, enlightened practices.
Yes.
There's some preparation work to be done along the way, so we really prepare our vessel and fine-tune our mind along the way so we can handle more of this heightened energies and more energy. So we're not just putting more energy into a vessel that's still leaking. Otherwise the leaks just get bigger. You know, if I'm leaking over here and I'm angry, that leak's going to get bigger. If something else is over here and I'm anxious and depressed, and we just energize ourselves with these heightened practices.
We're exacerbating those aspects of things that are already going on.
That's
so we're stabilizing and containing.
That's exactly right.
Those with the Ayurveda, the Tantra, and the yoga and the asana as well.
They're all the tools are amazing. You know, we look at all of them and use all of them. I tend to call the whole system Tantra now, because Tantra really embraces all of the teachings, and it's a complete system.
And we've got that tantric umbrella, which so much falls under as well. Awesome.
And the missing element, why I really hone in on the Ayurveda now is, you know, I've looked at my own progression and practices. I sort of started more with Tantra before I got to Ayurveda, and started to quickly realize that I needed a more refined instrument to do these heightened practices that I was doing. So Ayurveda kept coming in, and I see it really missing in the community. It's coming back in, but it's still really lacking.
Thanks to yourself.
And
people like yourself.
Mission. It's part of my mission
to
make it accessible and make it like fun, rather than you must eat this and you must do that. It's more like, here's the science. You do what you want with it, but here's the science. Go, you know,
work it out.
Figure it out.
Try.
You want to be well, then you do this. You don't want to be well, you can keep doing that.
I mean, it's a lot of like tweaking what you're doing and what you're eating and how you're sleeping and you know, how much you're working and stuff like that. It's a constant refinement, and it's a constant regrounding to keep that constant sort of expansion happening. That's sort of what I've got from all of these teachings so far.
Which
is, it's been pretty profound for me over the last 2 years since I've been into this sort of yoga, which has been mega. So you've got some teaching coming up. You've got some workshops coming up. You've got some festivals to attend. So if I just look at my notes here, you've got a workshop that starts on the 15th of May at Yoga Flame in Melbourne. That runs through to the 19th, and that's the Ayurveda workshop.
That's the 50-hour, the 50-hour. Refined down now to, it's a 5-day workshop, 5 full days.
Yeah, so it's actually a teacher training.
It's specifically for teachers, but it can be for anyone. But it's called a teacher training. You can get CEU credits with Yoga Alliance on it, but it really hones in on the principles of Ayurveda and how to use them in your life and how to use them in your teaching.
Beautiful.
That one, that's a great one. That's coming up in Melbourne. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that. I'm pretty keen. And then also, you're going to be teaching at the South Coast Soul Festival, which is down in Jervis Bay. Beautiful part of the world, 23rd of August to the 25th.
That's right.
I think half of the yoga scene in Australia is going to be there, so that'll be pretty rad. So if you want to catch Brad and you're in Melbourne, or you're New South Wales based, you can check out those places. Brad's also got stuff coming up in Sydney and Perth. I will put his website in the comments. It's bradhay.com.
That's right.
Yeah, and also the world seems to revolve around Instagram now, so you can just go to focus. Brad Hay 32. Brad Hay 32. There you go. Too easy. All right. Peace out for now, you guys. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, brother.
And namaste, you guys. Goodbye.